mind sharing with us what happened and what was the diagnosis?
Well, 6 months ago, on February 26, 2020, I was in a cerebral motor vehicle accident where I was thrown from the vehicle. I suffered from an incomplete C3 to C4 spinal cord injury.
And how were you introduced to Revamp?
Well, my father works at Ministry of Health and Wellness, and he told his colleagues about my accident and my injury, and they recommended us to Revamp, telling us that they have met persons who have came here, got through the process. Now they give them their independence and their mobility.
Okay. And what are you receiving treatment for?
Well, as you may know, I suffer from a spinal cord injury, so I lost my mobility and my independence. So the treatment process is to focus on gaining back strength, to build up my muscles, and to gain back my balance.
Okay. And what is the treatment program like for you?
Well, here at Rehabilitation Center, there is a lot of therapy. Well, some of them are like speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and neurological therapy. Well, for me, I'm doing only two types of therapies, which is occupational and physical therapy. Occupational therapy deals with the hands. So I'm doing two therapies between occupational therapy and physical therapy. Occupational therapy, also known as OT, uses all age groups that are suffering from physical, sensor, or cognitive problems. OT is where you get back your independence. So in OT, you're focusing on your hamstring. So either you learn to feed yourself again, to brush your teeth, bathe yourself, or clothe yourself, or able to use a computer. While in physical therapy, also known as physiotherapy, these use your mobility, like how to stand again, walk again, sit up, get back your balance, and get back straight to your feet.
Okay. How has the recovery process been for you? Like, are there any things that you've celebrated since you've been here at Revamp?
Well, the recovery process has been hard, but to be honest, I'm actually enjoying it because I get to know how the human body operates, seeing the nerves come back, all the sensory cells forming again, so all the bones connect to each other, the rebuilding of your muscles. So when I just came to Revamp in April, I was in so much pain. I was wearing a C-collar where I couldn't move my neck. So like after the C-collar was removed, I had to use my corner eyes to look around because I felt scared to like move my neck again. So being here, I was weak, feeling a lot of pain. But through therapy, I can move my hand. But at first, when I just came here, I was moving with my left hand. I couldn't move nowhere else. Everywhere else was involuntary. I could not control all of those movements. So with therapy and my therapist, I listen what they say I should do, interpret in my own way, and use my own technique to move and to do whatever they say. So now, I can ride a bicycle on my own. I don't need any more support for that. I can move my both hands and I can move my feet. I can take my time to stand up with help, sit up to balance, and to also like to move my legs in any direction I want. And like in occupational therapy, like when I just came here, I couldn't feed myself, but now I can feed myself in practice. The more practice, I can feed myself. I can take time to bring myself over in the bed, and take time to help with nurses to pull me over and like roll over.
What are some of the things that motivates you throughout the process?
Well, honestly, I can say family and friends, and also music. Like when I just came here, I was so scared because it was a new environment. I didn't know anyone. I was afraid it was going to happen to me. But being here, I'm happy because I met lots of people who are so genuine and so supportive. So I have no time to be sad because the Revamp family is so good to me and I appreciate them. My therapist as well. They have motivated me, telling me to keep holding on. It's going to be over soon. and I should just do my best at everything.
So Alexia came to us here at Revamp several months ago, and when she came in, she had weakness in both her upper and lower extremities. So she's what we would describe as being a quadriplegic, and she couldn't do anything. And over the months, we have been working with her to be able to gain strength in her arms. Now, Alexia's condition, she was not a complete injury. She had an incomplete injury, which means that some of the signals were still getting to the muscles. So we started working with her arms, just building the strength in her arms, and little by little, she was then able to do more and more and more. As I've said, in occupational therapy, our focus is on the functional side of rehabilitation, and so some of the intervention with her was to make her be independent in her self-care and her daily living, some of her daily living skills. So we started off first of all with feeding, and I gave her a custom-made, it's called a universal cuff, that fit her eating utensil in, and trained her how to use it, and so she was able to feed herself. We then made a device to allow her to be able to hold her drink, her water bottle or whatever it is, so that then she would be able to drink by herself. We then made a device so that she would be able to write, and trained her how to use this. We then made a device so that she would be able to use the computer, and trained her how to use that. So our focus over this period has been to increase her functional skills so that she can engage in as many activities as possible as she goes forward, whether it be in school or at work, or just looking after herself at home. So as I said, this is not a typical scenario with somebody who has all four limbs involved in a spinal cord injury. But for Alexia, she has surpassed our dreams. She has really done so well. We don't know who it is that we're going to have working with us next week, because she's going to be doing something else, and to God be the glory for that. So that's some of the activities that we have been doing with her. Going forward, we are working on still increasing her strength and increasing her fine motor skills. So one of the things that I have done is fabricated some custom-made splints for her that position her wrists in a more functional position, along with some other devices to position the fingers in a certain way. And so we have been working using those devices to be able to pick small things up and so on. And so we are now working on her being able to dress herself. And if she's able to do that, that's going to improve her confidence and her ability to be more and more independent.